There's the railing. There seems to be a growing concern over the railing, or the lack thereof a railing, to my staircase. So I put a railing up. Not that I was never going to put a railing up. There was eventually going to be a railing put up there. I just hadn't got around to it. And it is a safety issue. You should have a railing on your stairs, especially one that doesn't have a wall right next to it. These stairs are 3.5 feet wide, and most of the time I'm walking next to the wall because I don't like to walk next to an edge of anything. But I got the railing in so we can kind of put that to rest a little bit. That's enough of the messages. Got it in, we're going good. This 4 steps right here, I'm not going to put a railing on this little landing part down here. It's a 3-foot drop, and I don't feel like cutting more 2x4s up than I was going to use for my son's closet. It's pretty secure. About as good as you're going to get for that, I guess. The other thing I have been working on is getting the stovepipe put in. And this is the box that's going to get covered. The stovepipe's going to go up through that, so we don't have stovepipe out on the second floor that people might be walking around. I thought it looked nicer to have a box around it. And then of course eventually we will have a railing from that railing over the wall, and from the wall over the wall over there. We had planned to put a little TV for my kids' Xbox so they can play their little games over in that area. It's kind of out of the way. That's what that space over there was going to be for. And they have a nice, well, a little over 2 feet to walk through to get in there. Not too much else going on. I've been waiting on plumbing parts, which are supposed to be in the post office today, so I can finish up the water lines. And I need to dig a ditch out here before it gets too much colder. You'll notice I'm not wearing my baseball hat anymore. It's getting kind of cold. It got down to 31 degrees last night. Too early in the year for this. But I need to dig a ditch from that frost-free. I need to actually go back in my videos to see where, I know that the PVC comes down to it, but I don't know how much further past that frost-free it goes. And I know it's 1.25 inches. So I'm going to look through one of my past videos to find out how far back that ditch needs to be. Come right down here with a ditch. We're going to pick up the drain that goes around the house. I had a question about that earlier. That drain is all the way around the base of the foundation. So when water goes up against the foundation, it goes down, drips into that pipe, and it's going to follow the ditch. It's going to be in the same ditch as the water line. It's going to go down to where those stumps are down there, basically that area. The frost-free will be about 2 feet off the ground, the top of it, which will put it lower than anything in the house. The idea behind that is that I'll install a shutoff valve up here. I'll have a shutoff valve when I tee off of the pipe that comes out of here. There'll be an underground shutoff valve with a piece of 4-inch PVC. Actually, that piece of green PVC is going to be my sleeve, so that you can put a tool down there and turn the valve off. So that'll shut water off to the house and anything past this. So the frost-free down at that end, at that point, won't have pressure. If we want to go somewhere for a week out of the winter and we don't want to have a couple electric heaters plugged in and worry about the power going out, we can turn the water off right there, turn the frost-free on down there, and it'll drain all the water out of the house. So all the pipes will be dry. Won't have to worry about them freezing. Even though I'm putting PEX tubing in, you still don't want to have to worry about it. There will be brass elbows and T's in that PEX tubing. I don't want to have to worry about anything breaking if we decide to leave for a week in the wintertime. So that's the reason for the valve up there and the frost-free way down there. I am waiting on a lot of parts right now. I'm waiting on my roof. Should be here in, well, should be delivered to the store in 4 days. So the roofing material will be ready for me to pick up in 4 days. The outside doors will be ready for me to pick up the next day in 5 days. The plumbing stuff is ordered, just not here yet. It's supposed to be here today in town, so when my wife comes back from school with the kids, she'll hopefully remember to stop by the post office and grab that stuff, and I can get working on the water lines. Not a lot going on because of the fact that we're waiting on stuff. So I put the railing up and I'm gonna dig this ditch. I'll probably come within, I don't know, 2 feet of that pipe, and then I'll hand dig the rest. I'll shut off the water in the pump house, drain that system, connect in, and then backfill at least 3 or 4 feet of that ditch. That way I don't have to worry. I'll have the off valve, the on-off valve, I'll have it shut so it won't have pressure coming down this way. And I won't have to worry about that pipe up there freezing. It is supposed to warm up a little bit. I think the lows are supposed to be in the low 40s, not the low 30s. So it's gonna warm up a little bit for the next week. So I don't wanna wait to dig this ditch, even though it's gonna warm up. I'd rather get it dug now and get part of it backfilled, get that on-off valve secured and in place, and maybe even get that uncovered so I can push it into the house. I have 1-inch PEX pushed into the house. It is a little bit too soon to be getting cold. What are you gonna do about it though? It's Mother Nature, she does what she wants. Nobody dictates to her what gets done. So we're gonna get that ditch dug and get the water line started. That way I'm not outside when the ground's actually frozen, trying to work with pipes and water. Gonna be a bad idea. But until next time, guys, go make something.